Undoubtedly contributing to the less than stellar report, months of turmoil as Musk would dedicate much of his time to the Trump administration. DOGE as well. The newly formed Department of Government Efficiency pulling the CEO and his valuable time from his corporate responsibilities. It also, of course, can be argued that a corporate CEO taking such a political stand, not necessarily great for the brand, at least on one side of the aisle. With me now, full panel, T.W. Arrighi, former communications aide to Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. Carla Sands, the former ambassador to Denmark and Greenland in the first Trump administration. Dan Kanninen, former battleground states director for the Biden and Harris campaigns. And Chris Cillizza, joining us virtually, but just as important, NewsNation contributor. Hello to you all. Thanks for being here. So look, the company is the company, the performance, the miss on expectations, whatever. Set that to the side. I think the political headline here, TW, is that Elon Musk is going to be pulling back a little bit from DOGE, but he still plans to be working alongside the president, not just in the upcoming days and weeks, but really for the upcoming years, potentially.
Yeah, of course. I think his opinion is incredibly valuable to the president. And look, I don't think anyone was under an illusion that his full-time status at DOGE was going to be permanent. He said so. The president said so. The president gave him a strict edict. Get in there, cut, break stuff if necessary, and put your guys in.
Is he good for the brand,
He has done that. What's that?
Is he good for your brand, for the Republican brand? Popularity rating, only 40% favorable.
Right, but cutting government is favorable. Look, Elon Musk was always going to be a heat shield for criticism against Donald Trump. That's why he was there, to be the face of that. Elon Musk was under no illusion that it would take a hit to his business ventures. It would also take a hit to his popularity. He was willing to do that for the country and for cutting government down to size.
Heat shield?
Well, you know, Elon Musk saw that our nation was on an unsustainable trajectory. Our spending was so out of control, still is so out of control. The American people that voted for President Trump knew that Elon Musk was part of the package. We want more cuts. We love what he's doing. We want the corruption to go away. The corruption that they're finding, DOGE is finding all over the government, is inspiring. But now we want
it's also lower than
Congress.
It's also lower than anticipated, right? At like $150 billion this year.
I think Congress has to get in there and actually make the cuts, and then it actually goes up. And he needs to get into the Pentagon. I haven't even heard anything about the Pentagon. They've never passed a recent audit. They have to get in there, and they have to take out that unnecessary spending. I'm waiting on DOGE.
You happy, Kanninen? Tesla down. Although it's up after hours, I guess, probably.
Look,
on the news that he's
I don't want the company to do poorly. The company should do well, and it'd be great if he went back and get the company back on track. They were at 85% market share of EVs in this country in 2019. They're down in the low 40s now. Lost $1 billion in revenue compared to the year before. It's not good for EVs. It's not good for manufacturing in this country. It's not good for Tesla, obviously, if that's not going well. But look, I want to just disabuse people of this idea that he's cut government spending. He came in and said there's $2 trillion of cuts. And then they said, nope, there's $1 trillion in cuts. And they said, nope, there's $150 billion in cuts. And the wall of receipts actually lists $63 billion of cuts, and it is riddled with errors. It takes no time at all to find that half of them don't make any sense whatsoever. And the CBO and GAO put out daily cumulative spending numbers from the federal government. Spending so far this year is up a couple $100 million over 2024. There have been no cuts. It's been an abject failure.
I'll give you a word in here, and then I'm going to get out.
No, the Biden administration has mentioned itself that there was $500 billion in wasteful spending in the government. And it also comes down to efficiency. He's in the IRS. He's in entitlements to figure out why there is misspent money. That's going to be where the lion's share is, and it will happen. It'll just take time.
But if it was efficiency, you wouldn't cut the IGs. I'm sorry.
Also, Green New Deal spending. President Trump ran on. He's going to rake that money back. We need Congress's help.
Oh, look, on efficiency, if you want the actual efficiency and cuts, go to the IGs, find the waste. Everyone's for eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse, but that's not what he...
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.